Yo, it's Oso, man. We back in this bitch, man. You thought it wasn't gonna be one, but we back, niggas. We back on game, man. Let me see. What the fuck going on in bit? What the fuck? 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 Oh yeah, my internet working good. I had to reset my motherfucking Wi-Fi box. It was tweaking. I was only getting like motherfucking 9 megabytes for the upload speed. Now this shit back at 100 megabytes per second. 100 megabytes per second, gang. Hopefully this shit don't drop. Because I do get another Wi-Fi box so I can use if this one tweak. But this one give me more faster speeds. So I prefer to use this one. All right. Let's see. Where are all the double XL freshmen from 2016? I wonder what the fuck they doing with their life. I mean, they got Kodak and a couple motherfuckers that I know, you feel me, I know doing good with their career right now. But a couple other motherfuckers, I can't even remember who the fuck was in 2016. 2016 was my motherfucker. I was just becoming a freshman in 2016. I can't remember shit in 2016 for real. Damn, that shit kind of sad. But shout out LaWaster for this video. We finna get into it.
While some of the rappers from the legendary 2016 XXL freshman class have remained at the top, others have experienced major fall-offs, drifted into mental breakdowns, even found themselves at the center of a major fraud operation. However, you can argue that no one's career has flourished quite like 21 Savage, and he's even on record saying this himself.
That freshman cover, nobody.
So you could beat Lil Uzi?
Hell yeah.
While his freestyle on the cypher was somewhat laughable,
You an old nigga. Man, you washed up.
Oh yeah, I remember that bullshit. That fucking freestyle. Yeah, that shit was pretty ass, but it wasn't the worst freestyle.
Young Savage, man, I got my car washed up.
it's astonishing he even made it here in the first place. Raised in Atlanta's notorious Zone 6, 21 Savage knew that if he had any shot at living a prosperous life, he had to find his way out of the hood. But the odds were stacked against him.
I ain't really like too many ways to make it out besides rap and basketball. And where I'm from, ain't too many people made it out. Only other artists that's made it out is like B.O.B.
Initially seen as one of the poster boys for the mumble rap movement, 21 has long since shed the skin of people who thought that he...
That shit crazy. He said it ain't no one that really made it out from Atlanta. T.I.? Fucking T.I., you forget about T.I. and shit, man. But now it's hella motherfuckers that's blowing up for Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is the spot for you to motherfucker go famous. If you're trying to become like a rapper, social media content creator, Atlanta is the motherfucking spot for your ass.
He was just another mindless MC who would gradually fade into irrelevancy.
I'm gonna keep doing what I do so they can keep talking shit and saying I'm a mumble rapper, but you can hear every word I got now say.
Following his debut solo album,
I ain't gonna cap to you. I don't think 21 Savage is a motherfucking mumble rapper. Like, I never really seen 21 Savage as a mumble rapper, but comment down below if y'all seen 21 Savage as a mumble rapper.
21 started to really commit to his craft, and by the time he dropped 2018's I Am Greater Than I Was, he was getting a lot of respect for his hard-hitting lyrics and willingness to go deeper. Then, just as it was all going well, he had his career briefly derailed by an attempt from ICE to deport the rapper, who...
Oh yeah, that was a big-ass motherfucking thing. Everybody was making memes about 21 Savage, talking about he ain't a real Savage, his ass from the UK. How the fuck he ain't a real gangster just because he was born in the UK? He was raised in Atlanta. He was raised in the hood. So he's an Atlanta motherfucker, bro. His ass probably can't even remember living in the fucking UK.
Well, up until that point, no one even knew he was British. Luckily, hip-hop had his back, even when the memes were everywhere, and it was none other than Jay-Z who helped him regain his freedom.
And I called Meek while I was in jail. Told Meek, like, bro, I just got locked up. And he called Jay-Z. And then Jay-Z put a lawyer on my case. He played a role and get me out of it.
Since
Damn, Jay-Z. And Jay-Z out here really helping motherfuckers and shit. You feel? And you know, you calling Jay-Z, you know you really need some motherfucking help. I can't even imagine how much money Jay-Z ass spent to get 21 Savage out. But money ain't shit to motherfuckers like him.
Coming back to the game, 21 has kept going from strength to strength. From Savage Mode 2 with Metro Boomin to Her Loss with Drake, 21 was killing every collaborative project as well as each feature he got on. He was so prominent in that time that he managed to be the 5th most streamed artist in 2023 without even dropping a solo project. With so much success coming his way, he had every reason to be feeling himself and infamously claimed that he was at the top of his XXL freshman class. In 2024, he kept his run strong with the eventual release of his 3rd album, American Dream, his 4th album to hit #1, selling 133,000 units and outselling I Am Greater Than I Was. And
damn, I didn't know 21 Savage was getting numbers like that. Like, I knew he was getting numbers. I didn't even know this nigga dropped these albums and shit. Like, I did not know he dropped this shit.
By spending 3 weeks at #1, it actually outperformed his friend Drake's For All the Dogs album, which only held that position for 2. Although stats like that would make it hard to argue that
he took over Drake's spot. Oh yeah, 21 Savage set for life. He got motion. He consistently doing shit like this.
he's excelling beyond what everyone else is doing. One man who refused to accept that is Kodak Black. Back in the days of the freestyle, Pompano Beach's Kodak was probably one of the hottest rappers in the lineup, bursting onto the scene with his hit songs No Flock and a Skirt Skirt. His opening freestyle line made him a legend on the internet.
Who the pick this little sorry ass beat? I'm from the ugly corner, man. Them little sour ass streets.
A rough and rugged MC who really lived that life that he was rapping about, Kodak's debut album, Painting Pictures, is seen as a classic amongst his fans. Over the years, he's dropped plenty of projects to varying degrees of acclaim and commercial sales. But the main problem is that his constant stints in and out of jail just constantly got in the way.
Yeah, I feel if Kodak Black actually didn't go to jail and he stayed off that shit, them drugs and shit, Kodak will be one of the biggest rappers for sure. It's just Kodak ass, he just be too fucking high off that fucking shit, and then motherfucking his ass always getting locked up. And I feel him being high as hell is a reason why his ass getting locked up.
From drug charges and firearm cases to sexual assault allegations, Kodak has been in and out of the prison system so much that people are begging him to get his shit together.
Listen, Kodak Black, please don't make me have to give you donkey in the day again, man. You're getting another chance to get your life together and get your career on track. Please make the most of it, sir.
As a result, his momentum has been stifled several times to the point that Yak's last album, When I Was Dead, majorly underperformed with just 13,000 units. As for major cultural
I didn't even know the nigga even dropped the fucking album. Like, I didn't know Kodak dropped the album. But when he be dropping them singles, those shits be going up for sure.
hits, he hasn't had much in the way of a smash since Super Gremlin, which was admittedly huge thanks to TikTok. But since then, everything he's done has basically came and went.
I wouldn't necessarily call him trash. It's just replay value for me, very small.
Even collaborating with Kendrick Lamar on Silent Hill for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers wasn't really enough. Despite everything that pointed to 21 flourishing more than him in this era, Kodak still acted like Savage, saying he was the best in the class was the most absurd thing he had ever heard.
I admire your confidence, though, and that's how you should feel it. I'm always put myself first over and over any nigga, any day, too.
I mean, obviously, both y'all motherfuckers gonna feel that way. If you a real nigga, you gonna honestly feel like you the best nigga, and no one can take that shit from you. So this argument ain't gonna really go nowhere.
Saying, oh boy, that's cap.
Although he had words for 21, he has always been quick to say that his class is one of the most accomplished in the XXL freshman history.
My freshman class probably doing better than any other class. I don't know, I ain't keeping up with it.
At the moment,
Honestly, if I'm thinking about it, Who they had? They had Lil Uzi. No, that is true. Cause really, all them other motherfuckers on Double XL, they ass down there fell off the face of the earth. Well, not all of them. Like about like 1 or 2 of them actually maintain the ship and keep it going. The rest of them fall off.
Moment, what Kodak really seems to be struggling with is substance abuse issues, which was extremely clear in his recent appearance on Drink Champs, where he was incoherent for most of it.
Kodak Black looked like on Drink Champs. The internet tried to overcomplicate sometimes. Kodak Black looked like pure on Drink Champs.
He's also been caught falling asleep on IG Live, leaving fans concerned about him. At the minute, Kodak looks like
shit. I fell asleep on motherfucking live before. Like shit, that ain't the craziest thing a motherfucker could do. Like I fall asleep on live and I just be smoking all day. You feel me? You never know.
he's in the midst of a real battle, but still has enough love from the hip-hop community that he could come back to the top. But it's possible to say that isn't the case for everyone else in his freshman class. As in the case of Dave East, it looks like he might have fallen a little too far out of the mainstream to ever come back. In the year 2016, Dave East was hyped to be the next big artist. A very talented New York MC who looked intent on bringing the East Coast back, Dave East's career got off to a flying start when he was signed to the legendary rapper Nas's Mass Appeal Records. And the time the XXL freshman cover dropped, Dave was blowing up in the streets.
That's what got me zoning, really thinking what got Malcolm shot. Basquiat when it come to art, you lying still looking for the whiz when it come to heart, I won't buy it.
He continued his streaks of mixtapes like Kyrie, Chanel, and Paranoia, as well as his debut album Survival in 2019, where he landed just outside the top 10. But as soon as he reached that point, he started slipping a little. First off, he prematurely made himself seem like an old head and got himself clowned over his criticism.
I ain't gonna cap to you. I thought Dave East was an old head off bat. Like, I thought he was an old head for sure. Like, I was gonna say, like, he was in the 2016 freshman XL. I was low-key surprised. I just didn't say nothing.
For Lil Nas X's breakout single, Old Town Road.
And Old Town Road is fucking whack. I don't know what the fuck is going on with hip hop, with rap, but I ain't no hater, man. Shit is whack with a cape on it. It's super.
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. His ass on some hating ass shit. Cause that Lil Nas shit, everybody was fucking with that. I got the horses in the back. Got it back. But whatever the fuck he said, bro, that shit, he on some hating ass shit, bro. Y'all can't deny that Lil Nas Old Town Road was bumping.
Immediately, people didn't think he was in a position of authority to make that call, saying that East doesn't even have a song better than Lil Nas X, and pointing out how he has 0 hit records. Later down the line, they would admit that this had a negative effect on his career at large, and alienated some of his fans.
I said I did not like Old Town Road. One day, I felt the way. I said, I don't like this record. You know, the entire community ran down on me. My Graham just slowed up. That happened years. Whenever that record came out, it's been going on. So it's like you can't have an opinion on no more.
By the sounds of it, Dave wants to blame his own failings on pretty much anyone but himself. As
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. If he was raw as hell, that shit wouldn't mean shit. It's just they feel like, nigga, who the fuck are you to say that nigga is ass? Like, you not even that much of a raw ass rapper for real. Cause I ain't gonna cap. Everybody know who Lil Nas was. But I'm talking about before that, even before he did that little gay shit and all that, motherfuckers knew who Lil Nas was. But motherfuckers didn't know no fucking Dave East for real.
For his rap career, Dave hasn't charted since Karma 3, and his recent project, Fortune Favors the Bold, even had his hardcore fans wondering why he's still aiming for commercial tracks when it's just not working. Now appearing as Method Man in Wu-Tang and American Saga, among other things, there's a case to be made that he has more potential as an actor. In fact, he's even appeared in the show of one of his fellow freshmen who had moved out of hip-hop and into the world of entertainment, Lil Dicky. Hailing from suburban Pennsylvania, Lil Dicky was a hard sell for a lot of people as a rapper, particularly with his comedic style. However, he sees his time in the XXL freshman class as pivotal in being taken seriously as an MC. After having a major smash hit with Freaky Friday featuring Chris Brown, Lil Dicky largely stepped away from rap to focus on the creation of his FX show, Dave. A series that is loosely based on his own life in the rap game. It became a major hit, and is arguably what he is best known for now. And even though it seemed like he had never been taken seriously, he has achieved more than people probably thought he could.
I hadn't put anything out, and people thought I was crazy for even like trying to become a rapper, and then the first day I put it out, it really went super viral day one. And like I feel like unfortunately for me, every time I've like had the moment where it's like the morning of like releasing this big thing that I've worked, whether it's like my first music, Freaky Friday, or the show, it just took off right away in a way that like is a huge relief to your soul when you're like, what's gonna happen?
But while the TV show is highly regarded, it's fair to say that in music circles, he isn't exactly beloved. And when he finally returned to music with Penrith, which features tracks from The Dave Show in 2024, people wondered why he didn't keep it, claiming that the album was absolutely horrible, given the feared not good rating by fans.
But I mean, I ain't gonna cap to you. Lil Dicky is a like comedic rapper more than anything. So if he wasn't on no funny shit and he was trying to be serious, motherfuckers probably wasn't gonna fuck with that shit because he's known for being like a comedic type rapper.
And Tano, it looks like there isn't much demand for whatever Dave Bird has coming next in terms of projects. But the same definitely can't be said for Denzel Curry. Denzel was the first person to go in on what's now considered the most legendary XXL freshman cypher, with rappers like 21, Uzi, Yachty, and Kodak. Seen as the odd man out in the iconic cypher, Denzel was a lyrically dense spitter in a sea of mumble rappers.
Couple of pitches that's ready to shoot shit, ducking and bucking and dodging and dropping with 48 ounces and cigarette butts, fucking around with the up echelon, they will tell you the cues and I hope you be gone.
Rhyming since he was 16 years old, Denzel had to suffer through a few failed attempts at becoming a freshman before he finally made it.
When I found out like I was chosen for it, I was just like, oh, because I remember 2 years prior, I was trying to get on the XXL, and the first 2 years was like, and like last year, I almost thought I had it because I had Ultimate just came out at that time, and then we did a video for it, and we did a pitch, and we almost had it, and we didn't have it. And this year, I just got it.
A Florida MC who has thrived for years now, the biggest issue Denzel has faced across his entire discography is that he's constantly being labeled underrated. So while other members of his class became superstars, he stayed just a few rungs above the underground. Eventually, this started to get to him, and he would go on rants on Twitter, stating how the only rapper better than him was Kendrick Lamar, which received heavy backlash from his audience. Ironically, it was an encounter with Kendrick's enemy, Drake, that compelled him to keep going. Since then, Denzel has consistently released one critically acclaimed body of work after another, with 2022's Melt My Eyes, See Your Future being his most successful record to date. Still, Denzel has vented his frustrations about not getting the level of fame that he feels he deserves, earning a mixed response from his fan base, who feel that the shadow of the XXL freshman class is still hovering over him. While Zell craves a higher level of publicity, one of his fellow freshmen seems to actively want to run away from it, and that's Lil Uzi Vert. Since before he even graced the cover of the XXL freshman class issue, this Philadelphia MC had one of the strongest followings of any young artist. Equal parts rapper and self-proclaimed rock star, he was already killing the game by the time he dropped Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World in 2016.
Man, Lil Uzi ass ain't gonna never fall off, but his ass do some weird ass shit. That Coachella shit, that shit was crazy, but come on. You expect Lil Uzi to do weird shit like that though.
2016, and after he featured on Migos' Bad and Bougie, he officially reached megastar status. From EXO Tour Life to collaborating with Cardi on Woke Up Like This, there was a period where it felt like everything Uzi touched turned to gold. But for a while, he went on a self-imposed hiatus, fueled by his issues with his DJ drama and Don Cannon-led label Generation Now. First teased in March of 2018, his project Eternal Atake finally dropped in 2020 and got a massive response from fans. But ever since that project came out, it feels like Uzi hasn't been entirely satisfied with his own projects. All of my music for Eternal Atake got leaked, so I had to redo it. It didn't reach its full potential. I just knew it wasn't the sound I was going for. Let's just say Eternal Atake for another artist would have been really good, because it was super dumbed down to where everyone could enjoy it, but that's not my artistry. In another interview with Fat Joe, he continued to discuss what he felt were the shortcomings of the project, and how the pressures of his fan base actually made it nearly impossible to live up to what they expected.
Just the press of time and everything, and come on Uzi, you need to drop, and I didn't want it to go on to 3 years, so I dropped this album, and the music is tolerable. It's not, oh my God, the music is definitely there. It's good production, but honestly, from Little Uzi Vert, we expected Star, Moon, spaceships, and
you see, lots of motherfuckers can't sit there and analyze their craft like that. They just be like, man, this shit's the best of the best. Y'all ass is fucking tweaking if you don't think this shit good. Suck my dick. That's how motherfuckers be.
the high above, we expect everything. I'm already giving off this persona. I have a pink diamond in the middle of my head, yo. Everything is supposed to be going fucking down.
When the pink tape dropped after another major layoff, Uzi said similar things, and now it looks like he might be done with hip-hop entirely after his next project.
Love is Rage 3 will be my last album. After Love is Rage 3.
I ain't gonna cap to you. These rappers always said they gonna retire. Damn near every rapper, the damn near said they was gonna retire, and they ass still around, rapping this shit. They probably just gonna slow down on rapping, but they ass don't never stop.
I guess I will go on another tour for Love is Rage 3. But after that, I want to try to live a normal life.
At just 29 years old, it looks like
live a normal life. What did he mean by that, a normal life? Like get a job type normal? Or just not be in the spotlight, a mainstream rapper? What do you mean by that?
Uzi might be ready to bow out on his own terms. While for G Herbo, it looks like he'll have no choice but to keep rapping to pay off all of the debt he found himself in. After making his name in Chicago, this drill pioneer had a huge
Damn, he said the debt. Why he had to get on my boy Herb like that, folks? At least he didn't say Herb fell off because I was going to have to cook him. I'm like, bro, Herb ain't fall off. Herb can't fall off.
underground buzz when he appeared on the cover and was well aware of the fact that the XXL cosign could be a gift and a curse.
It's like, all right, you got the world on you looking at you now, what you gonna do with it? So it can be pressure if you use it to just go to the next level. A lot of people will look at you like he ain't do shit else after that. He was on the cover and they put him on XXL cover and he blew up after that.
Both before and after the cover, Herbo stayed steadily on his grind, dropping his debut album Humble Beast in 2017, before projects like PTSD in 25 just kept getting increasingly high exposure in chart positions. Along the way, he featured on tracks for everyone from the late great Juice WRLD and Young Dolph to Gunna, Roddy Ricch, Polo G, and many more. But even while he was making it in the rap game, there were allegations that he was running a major fraud ring. In 2021, G Herbo, alongside his manager and other hip-hop figures like producer Southside, were accused of being responsible for nearly $140,000 in victim losses that he used to fund his lavish lifestyle.
Prosecutors accused him of using stolen identities to fund private jet trips, a vacation at a Jamaican villa, a personal chef, and the purchase of 2 designer puppies, and then lying about it all to federal agents. Herbert.
See, they be tweaking. It's like, bro, just use your rapper money and stay out the way, because if you get locked up, you ain't gonna have shit, bro. These motherfuckers will be too greedy, though. They want money, 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 money. Like, bro, cool out on that shit, bro, and life will be a lot more easier. But niggas need more than what need to live above their means now. That be the problem with these famous motherfuckers.
Wright III is also facing misdemeanor charges in Chicago. 2 weeks ago, CPD officers found 4 guns and roughly $1,500 worth of marijuana in a car that he was riding.
In 2023, he pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 1 count of making a false statement to a federal official. As a result, he received 3 years of probation and a fine of $140,000. But unfortunately for G Herbo, this wasn't the only reason his finances are in shambles, as he claims that he has been swindled by his own label Machine, which is owned by his manager, Joseph J.B. Baldwin, someone who he once considered as a father figure, which he discussed at length during a 13-minute rant on a live stream. At the moment, G Herbo seems hell-bent on taking this as far as he can and is now countersuing his former manager, spending nearly $1 million to leave the label. But while Herbo is struggling to keep his head above water, one of the other freshmen who's gone from strength to strength is Anderson .Paak. When the initial ciphers came out,
who the fuck is this nigga? I don't even know. I'm not trying to be broke. I've never seen folks. Well, I probably did. I mean, of course I see them because I've seen clips of the XXL 2016. But I don't even know who the fuck folks ass is.
Now, the multi-talented Anderson didn't put his best foot forward. His verse on the cypher has basically become a meme for how bad it was.
I hopped off the stage and got right on the plane. I know it's a tip, but I'm bringing out Drake.
Yeah, I didn't hear that shit. Because if I did hear that shit, I would have most definitely remember how ass that shit was. And be like, that's the guy that dropped that ass cipher.
Hey, I'm bringing out K. I'm bringing out Tip. I'm looking 3 stacks in the face. I'm with the Free Nationals. What more can I say?
You not looking 3 stacks in the face rapping like this, my guy. Boy, I'm finna kill all y'all niggas, bro.
And since then, even Pac himself has admitted that he fumbled it.
That double XL freestyle was kinda ass, so I couldn't hit the leakers without spitting straight gas.
Thankfully, Designer was also in the cypher, and he stole the show when it came to jokes.
Man, and Designer, he fell off. I think the only thing his ass got is Panda. That's it. Can't name another Designer song. Come on now. Oh yeah, Timmy Turner. Okay, Timmy Turner and motherfucking Panda. That's the only shit by Designer. Can you think of anything else by him?
Everybody's man down in the groove, put the dust down, hang like a spoon. Hey, you be fun like you funny, you can get it, I'm a young boy.
Lil Dicky trying to be nice, nod at his head like that shit good.
However, you could say that the cypher never really affected him, as after releasing Malibu in 2016, Anderson .Paak has continually released phenomenal albums under the guidance of Dr. Dre and the Aftermath label. Since then, he's gone on to the highest heights of his career in terms of fame when he linked up with Bruno Mars to form Silk Sonic. Since then, he's gone on to win Grammys, serve as Eminem's drummer at the Super Bowl, and even collaborated with Korean pop icons BTS. Although he's not dropped an album in a little while, no one's having more fun than Anderson .Paak at the minute. But if anyone could rival him in terms of enjoying their career, it's Lil Yachty. Since winning the 10th spot in the 2016 XXL freshman class, Lobo's career has been up and down. When his buzz was at its height, he was seen as everything wrong in modern hip-hop by some old heads, specifically Joe Budden.
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm room eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My nigga.
Since then, Lil Boat's journey has been up and down, with his records gradually getting more irrelevant up until he started to switch things up. At a certain point, what Yachty was doing just didn't resonate with his fans anymore. But then, a track by the name of Poland, which he never even intended to release, completely...
Bro, that shit sound like a fucking... People really listen to that song. I got the walk from Poland. People really, that was viral on TikTok. I got the walk.
He overturned his fortunes at a time when he wanted to pivot into another direction.
That was irritating. I was pissed. Because I made Poland while making this album on a day when they were like mixing in the other room and I was just bored with the homies. I would have never dropped Poland, ever, because I was trying to pivot myself into this. I was really irritated when it dropped, but I'm so grateful it did. Like I said, I really don't know what I do next. I don't know if I'm gonna do this again or do more rap. I figured it out.
After the viral success of Poland, Yachty embarked on the new direction he was imagining with his latest album, Let's Start Here, which delved into the world of psychedelic rock. At the same time,
psychedelic rock. I do fuck with the mushrooms. I might have to check it out.
He's become one of Drake's closest collaborators and trusted advisors. So all in all, it's safe to say that Yachty is up right now.
Yeah. So basically, everyone down there up. Except for Designer. Designer, he over with. He cooked. I don't think Designer will ever be able to come back. Like, it's over with for Designer ass, man. Shallow Waster, you feel me? We finna go on to the next video now. Because that shit was pretty good, man. Damn, it's finna be 5 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack pot on the spot. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack pot on the spot. 7 o'clock on the dot. $7 on the dot. I need a crack pot on the spot. Let's see. Let's find some shit to read. What the fuck is this shit? 7 o'clock on the dot. On the dot. On Let's see, man. Shit ain't popping up on my feed. I got the walk. From Pop. All right, we finna react to the orchestrated hit Snooty Wild. The tragedy in fucking Houston. So I ain't gonna capture you. Last time when I say I don't know who motherfuckers is, y'all laugh at me and talk about me. But I don't know who Snooty Wild is. He probably an older rapper and shit. You feel me? But yeah, I don't really know about him. We're gonna watch this video, see what the fuck, happened to him, who he was, because normally they give a little background information on the person. And shout out to Dose of Mystery for this video. We finna get into it.
Topping the news at 10 tonight, a Memphis rapper this weekend in Houston, Texas. Family members tell us LaPreston Porter, known as rapper Snooty Wild, died yesterday.
An SUV in the ditch behind me, and we have one adult male that's shot in the neck, and he's at the hospital right now.
It's broken the whole family down. It's devastating.
I ain't gonna cap. I think I did hear about him passing away, but it was on Instagram and shit, but I didn't know who he was, though.
Memphis rapper LaPreston Porter, also known as Snooty Wild, was critically injured in a shooting in Houston, Texas, on Friday, February 25th, 2022. First responders performed CPR at the scene, and then Wild was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. Friends and family of Wild began posting about the shooting on Friday afternoon, asking for prayers for his recovery and dismissing premature reports of his passing. An initial statement on the rapper's social media read, "Snooty is still alive, but he's fighting for his life. Out of respect for the family, please refrain from sharing anything that is not communicated through his official accounts. Thank you." Eventually, local news sources confirmed that Wild passed away in a Houston hospital on Saturday, February 26, 2022. Late Saturday afternoon, the official Snooty Wild social media account confirmed his passing, posting, "Gone in body, but your name and legacy will live forever." Snooty Wild's son, Laterion Burt, was interviewed about the moment he learned his father had been hit. He said, "It was kind of a rush feeling, and that he didn't know what to think. What do you think when you learn your parent has been shot?" Numerous hip-hop figures, including King Roy and 3 6 Mafia's DJ Paul, have since posted remembrance of Snooty Wild online. At Yo Gotti's birthday bash in July of 2022, he paid tribute to Snooty Wild by performing Yayo, the hit that spotlighted Snooty's talent. During this tribute,
Oh no, he not an older rapper. He not an older rapper. He like I just didn't know. When I don't know who motherfuckers is, I just automatically assume he an older rapper. But with a song named Yayo, I'm pretty sure he a newer school type rapper. Yayo, I think I heard that shit before. I just don't know how it go.
images of Snooty were displayed on a large screen, creating a touching moment of remembrance. The audience participated, singing along in a unified moment of respect and celebration for Snooty Wild's legacy. The family said Porter got his start in North Memphis. Before his career took off, Porter signed with Yo Gotti's CMG label in 2013. He launched his run on the label in 2014 with the gold certified hit Yayo, a top 30 R&B and top 20 Billboard charting single. He followed that with an EP, Go Mode, which also hit the upper reaches of the R&B and hip hop charts. Toya Porter, Snooty Wild's mother, says she was supportive of his career. It made him happy, so it made her glad to see him happy. But at the same time, she was always worried about him. She remembers her son for his humor.
Wait, so he was just out his hometown when he got killed? Because if he was, that was one of the problems right there, bro. You supposed to leave that motherfucking whole town as soon as you start getting a name, but I don't know.
Though his musical output slowed after 2016, and his social media account indicated he had moved to Texas in recent years,
Oh
Preston
damn!
was
Oh, he
planning a
moved.
musical comeback. In late January, he touted a forthcoming single titled Respect and teased music from a new album project. Snooty Wild's farewell service was held on March 19th, 2022, at the Greater New Liberty Church in Memphis, Tennessee, with the visitation for family on the preceding Friday at EH Ford Mortuary. A private interment service followed the farewell service at New Park Cemetery in Memphis, where family and friends could reminisce about Wild. According to his family, he was a son of Memphis who loved his city. Snooty was a man of the people and loved creating music and performing fun, high-energy, live shows that brought all types of hip-hop lovers together with his music. His fans were part of his family, so much so that he didn't like to look down from the stage and would frequently join the crowd. Any city that he visited, he often ventured out to underserved areas to connect with the people. Snooty Wild's online obituary became.
Damn, he seemed like a real genuine motherfucker. You feel me? Like, he seemed like a real cool dude. Fucked up what happened to him.
A gathering place for fans, friends, and family. This virtual farewell service allowed individuals to share their heartfelt messages, stories, and personal encounters, and the lasting impact Snooty had on their lives. It showcased the wide-reaching influence of his music and character, highlighting how deeply his spirit resonated across the community. Through this platform, Snooty Wild's legacy is preserved, echoing the love and respect felt by all who were touched by his life and work. His family went on to say that they were grateful for the outpouring of love as they endured the overwhelming pain of Wild's life being unjustly taken away from his family and the world entirely too soon. Though they initially asked for privacy, they invited the public to join them in not only remembering Snooty Wild and his music, but also supporting their pursuit for answers and the thorough investigation by the Houston, Texas Police Department that would bring his assailants to justice. Initially, neighbors told investigators that someone recorded the whole incident on camera, so police first thought that Snooty.
You see, that's why you see, if you finna commit some shit like that, you gotta look around and make sure it ain't no cameras and shit, bro. Cause if someone record you doing the shit, bro, it's over with, bro. It ain't no way you being that shit. You are cooked, gang. Deep fried. They putting you straight inside the deep fryer. Grease already boiling, bro. You over with, gang. If someone catch you on the camera doing that shit. So y'all niggas better mask up, cause it's like motherfuckers don't want to mask up. They know it's cameras and shit everywhere. What the fuck we wrong with motherfuckers?
Accidentally backed into the ditch. Then the other vehicle pulled up and folks got out of the car. The group was talking for a bit, and then all of a sudden, gunfire went off. Then a local woman came forward and claimed that it was her car that ended up in the ditch. According to her, a group of people stopped to help her, and she claimed that Snooty Wild was a part of that group. Then according to the witness, Wild suddenly pointed a gun at her, and she ran away. Police said the woman stated that she fled the scene. She heard gunshots, but was not aware that Porter had been injured. She then called 911, asking for the police to help her. But when Wild's family was asked about the witness statement, they disagreed with this characterization. His sister insisted that Snooty Wild was a good man, and to his family's knowledge, Wild didn't own a gun.
He was very loving, very supportive. I feel like there was nothing that I couldn't call on him.
His cousin Leon was quoted saying that Wild was happy. His life was changed. He just got his life together. For me to hear that he was, just doing some crap, I can't believe that. One theory emerged that Snooty Wild's tragic end was not a mere argument gone wrong, but a calculated ambush. According to this theory, the rapper was lured to a secluded spot in Houston to help someone he knew out of a ditch. Upon his arrival, the situation quickly escalated. This theory suggests that those he met had malicious intent from the start.
I ain't gonna cap to you. That's why as soon as I motherfucking heard it, like, bro, I'm like, yeah, backdoor activity on game. Y'all heard me say close that back door. I think
leading to a fatal
something.
confrontation. A second theory that emerged based on the witness testimony suggests that Snooty Wild's passing stemmed from an argument that spiraled out of control. This theory proposed that a verbal dispute, possibly over a car stuck in a ditch, escalated. In this scenario, tensions flared, and amidst the heated exchange, a shot was fired. The sequence of events that led to
How can an argument, like, why would a motherfucker really do some shit like that? They probably had some personal beef or some shit, or he had some hidden animosity. Because there ain't no way you just gonna pop someone over an argument.
Wild's demise remains unclear,
Trying to help
including whether those who hit him had been looking for him or if the hit was a random argument that spiraled out of control. Police said surveillance video shows the unknown suspects driving off in a dark-colored sedan. But despite the police claiming to have surveillance video, Wild's family spent months calling for justice. According to them, the police lack of communication with the family was horrible. Wild's family would call the lead investigator and ask for updates, and he would take nearly a month to get back to them. The family said on one occasion, they scheduled a meeting with the lead detective and drove 9.5 hours to meet with him, only to be told that he was on vacation and would have to wait another week. At that point, Wild's mother allegedly went into the bathroom and sobbed.
That shit bogus as hell, bro. Like, I ain't gonna catch you. They need to have better communication dealing with people like that, dealing with people's families. But you know, they ass don't give a fuck. If it ain't their people, they don't care.
The family was quoted saying that they felt like they were being victimized all over again. In the following months, family members hired private investigators and made more than a dozen trips to Houston in search for answers. And it was because of their efforts that nearly 300 days after the shooting, 22-year-old Ivory Duke Williams was finally arrested.
HPD has arrested this man, 22-year-old Ivory Duke Williams, who they say is responsible for the rapper's death.
Wild's family said some peace was restored after an arrest was finally made, but also said they gave Houston police evidence of the shooter months before they ever used the information. Throughout their private investigation, Wild's family said they got numerous tips that Williams had been bragging about the crime. When they looked him up, they found Instagram posts from the suspect with captions referencing violent behavior and the hashtag #RipSnootyWild. The family.
Nah, that shit wild as hell. Motherfuckers really be doing shit for clout. Like, bro, motherfuckers be goofy as hell, bro. Like, bro, if you run straight to the net and brag about that shit, bro, your ass is not a real killer for real. Your ass is a nigga that want clout. That's what motherfuckers be doing. Niggas be wanting validation from other motherfuckers and shit.
Family says Porter's son, Laterion Burt, played a vital role in helping investigators make an arrest. Burt said that hearing that Ivory Duke Williams finally got caught kind of brought peace to him a little bit. But Burt said that peace came with a lot of patience. He said he went back and forth to Houston for several weeks after learning of his father's passing, just trying to find answers. He spent his time reaching out to people who would later come to him with rumors or tips on where to look next. Wild's family says they plan to attend all of Williams' court hearings and are hoping for life in prison for him and anyone else involved in the hit. In their statement to the public, Snooty Wild's family have said they were devastated by the untimely passing of their beloved LaPreston Porter, known to the world as a gold-selling and Billboard charting hip-hop recording artist, Snooty Wild. According to them, he was a loving boyfriend, son, brother to 4 sisters, a father of 7, and a nephew and cousin to a host of others. He held many roles within their family and was reportedly a big kid at heart. They described Wild as a beautiful, compassionate, and talented soul whose presence will forever be felt within their family.
Damn, that shit fucked up, man. Rest in peace to Snooty Wild. It seemed like he was a very cool motherfucker. It's fucked up that motherfuckers will do shit to motherfuckers like that. That's why I say everybody needs to have a gun. Like, you gotta have a gun. Because you never know when someone gonna try to do something to you. You never know when your time is coming. So you always gotta be prepared. Keep that thing on you, because you never know. You feel me? You don't want to be in a situation where you like, damn, I wish I had it. So you always keep it on you. Because you'll be happy that you always keep it on you if a situation actually happens. But shit. Damn, it's 5:13. I'm finna hop off this bitch, man. I got 2 reactions. And I'm gonna hop back on in about like 2 hours. I'm finna take a nap real fast. I'm gonna get back on these reactions because I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep on this live stream. And I don't like to do like, lazy content and shit where I'm not up actually paying attention to the shit and I'm dozing off. So I'm finna take a nap real fast. Then I'm finna hop back on this bitch. Hopefully I don't stay asleep for a long time. But I got an alarm and shit and I keep my Apple Watch on. So with the alarm go through my watch and that shit wake me up. But y'all be smooth out here.